Then with regard to maintaining the solder tip, you are already I was telling you that tip should not be grinded, or it should not be scratched over any surface, or it should not be tapped over a table or something like that. Uh, so when you are closing for the day, okay, when you are closing for the day, what you need to do is first to wipe off uh, the solder whatever is present over that, wipe in the sponge or the metal scrubber, then apply some lead over it, then you switch off the control unit. So what will happen, slowly this particular lead will be covering the solder tip like a cap. The next day when you come, clean this tip, clean this tip, switch on the control unit, clean the solder whatever is available there, then you start soldering. Now the idea what we are doing is the the tip, when you leave it for the day, it starts getting oxidizing. So the bare tip or the already used portion of the tip, what you are doing is you are covering with the lead, by which you are cutting the atmosphere with the tip. The next day when you clean the lead, over the lead some amount of oxidization would have been taken place, that will just wipe off in your sponge or the scrubber. The actual tip will be protected with good quality without having any oxidization. So the very first piece onwards, you can start doing a better soldering. Otherwise what happens, the very when you start for the day, initially you will not get a proper soldering. So this is one of the thing which you need to take care. uh, See, certain things, you may not able to get in certain literature also. These are all the things given based on certain experience. Here we talk about cracking. Select the largest tip possible for the lead being soldered. Do not apply excessive pressure when soldering. To maximize heat transfer, tin the tip. First you tin the tip. Take care not to bang the solder tip against metal workstand when inserted the tool. That is, normally you will be having a metal stand over which when you are inserting it, it should not hit anywhere. Do not use tips as a screwdriver. So select the largest tip possible for the lead being soldered. Blunter tips carry more plating. Yesterday I was telling you uh, with regard to the different kinds of solder tip, the selection of solder tip I was showing you here somewhere, right? Here, uh, the size of the job. Size of the job means your uh, terminal or the job which you wanted to connect. Both put together, what will be the area size? Will it be of 1 mm? Will it be of 2 mm? Will it be of 5 mm? So accordingly, you have to select the tip size. Next important thing is, when you are doing a soldering, next to the point where you are soldering, what kind of other components are there? When you are soldering, the other components should not get hit. So accordingly, you may have to select C type or D type. D type will be of flat screwdriver type, where it will go to the exact point and it will not touch the next any other component available in the next to the component where you are soldering. If you are having slight amount of space, C type is preferable, where you will be having a heat storing capacity, so that the heat transfer will be heat holding capacity will be better, and heat transfer will also be better. So touching this point only, it is emphasized here once again. select the largest tip possible for the lead being soldered. Blunter tip carry more plating. Do not apply excessive pressure during soldering. Do not scrub the lead to maximum. To maximize heat transfer, tin the tip and create solder bed. Do not drag the solder. If you must drag solder, be aware that it will shorten the tip life. That is, you should not drag anywhere with the solder tip. That will shorten the life of the tip. The idea is it should not see it is in already in hot condition. If you are dragging somewhere, the abrasion will reduce its life. Use a clean and wet sponge. Here, the sponge should be having a, uh, the water when you touch the sponge. When you touch the sponge, you should feel the water. It should have a wet condition. It should not have any excess water. So yesterday, some people asked for certain videos. I have given some video here. You can see how these people have used water here. The water is like a, you can see. The video is playing. You are able to see the video.
Yes, sir.
This is not at all acceptable. If you touch the tip in this condition of sponge, it will easily get burned and
நீங்க வந்து
collapse.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் ஓகே
Okay, this much water is not at all required. If you remove the sponge from there, the what you call the place where you have kept the sponge, it should not have any water at all. It can have some amount of traces of water. That too, if you leave it for some time, it will dry off in the normal temperature. To that condition, it should be. If you press the sponge, when you see your finger, you should feel the water, and you should see the traces of water. That's all. That alone is sufficient. If you keep this much of amount of water, what is happening is when people are going for see practically it is happening when people are going for tea break or this thing now when they go have water for the when they are having water they bring water for this also and they are just pouring into it. It is not at all acceptable. I have seen this practically. That is why I am telling you in the shop floor some cases it is happening. So when you yesterday I was telling you why this should not happen, like the tip temperature will be at 380 degrees centigrade. This will be at room temperature. When you uh, touch the tip with that excess temperature, it will have a drastic expansion and contraction, because of which the tip will life will come down. It will get blunt or it will become whole.